What we've learned about the 2024-25 UConn men's basketball team through 3 games. 3 games in, the 2024-25 UConn men's basketball season has gone about as expected. The reigning back-to-back national champions have blown out each of their low-major opponents to start the year, but they've also given Coach Dan Hurley plenty of areas to work on and adjustments to make in practice. To this point, 3-year starter Alex Caravan has played up to the All-American expectations and taken on a clear leadership role with UConn's young roster. Freshman Lyman McNeely's fit in the system has been clear, and solo ball has emerged as a dynamic offensive piece in the backcourt. But McNeely and Ball are 2 of Hurley's favorite players to call out for bad defense, along with Samson Johnson, who has struggled to stay on the court with foul trouble. The Huskies started slow in each of their last 2 games at the XL Center, but proved in those games the depth of talent on their roster, down all the way to freshmen Ahmad Noel and Isaiah Abraham, who've each made an impact when they've entered late in games. Hurley said he would have rather followed Wednesday's win over Lemoyne with another game over the weekend, but the practice time will be valuable for the Huskies to clean some things up and make adjustments before hosting East Texas A&M on Tuesday. That will be the last bye game before UConn flies out for tougher opponents in the Maui Invitational, beginning with Memphis on November 25. Here are some takeaways and questions left to be answered after UConn's first 3 outings. Revamped backcourt is making progress. Replacing an All-American in Tristan Newton the No. 4 overall pick in Stephen Castle, and a gamer like Cam Spencer was always going to be tough for whoever UConn brought into the program this year. Those growing pains have been evident in the backcourt, particularly through the first 2 games, with St. Mary's transfer Aiden Mahaney stepping into the starting lineup and 2024 Big East 6th Man of the Year Passam Diarra returning to his backup role. Having Diarra, a veteran with championship experience under Hurley, willing to come off the bench has been a major asset as he helps the newcomers adjust to UConn's style of play. Mahaney hasn't seen the production he's used to, shooting just 5 of 20 from the field and 2 of 9 from beyond the arc, but seems to be making incremental progress. Noel, impressive in limited minutes, is expected to be in more of a developmental role as a freshman. I think the offense is going to continue to get better and better each and every game, said Diarra, who had his best game of the year with 10 points and 6 assists on Wednesday. It's a long process. We run a very sophisticated offense, and I think guys are getting it. We're getting it, I believe, pretty well. How will the wing rotation play out? The emergence of Jaden Ross was a storyline that came as a bit of a surprise entering the season. Hurley said he would have started the opener had he been healthy because he looked like one of the best players on the team the weeks leading up to the season. He came back from the ankle injury against New Hampshire and averaged 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks over 2 games. Jalen Stewart, who impacted the team down the stretch last season and seemed poised for a breakout year, started his sophomore campaign averaging 2.7 points, rebounds, and assists in 14 minutes per game, but had a career-high 5 assists on Wednesday. I thought Stewart really did some nice things. He was better defensively. He was in the right spots. Once you learn to be in the right spots and you don't have to think as much, now you can just go out there and hoop. I think you're going to see Jalen's improvement, and those 15 minutes are going to elevate, Hurley said. J. Ross minutes. He played 19+. Those minutes will elevate into the 20s. I think we know how we want to play this. How could the starting lineup change? With UConn's surplus of versatile wings, Hurley has tested positionless lineups where he would go without a true point guard. After back-to-back slow starts, he hinted that a change in the starting lineup might be considered. We got to figure out maybe if there is a better way we can start the game so we don't get off to slow starts, he said. But I think that clearly we feel good about what we've got at center, and we feel like the wing stuff is going to be a great strength of the team. Could Ball run the point with McNeely, Ross, Caravan, and a center? Maybe. Hurley wants more McNeely. Hurley was happy with McNeely's approach on Wednesday, letting the game come to him and finding his shots within the offense. The preseason Big East Freshman of the Year recorded double-doubles in his first 2 games and is averaging 14.3 points, 41.2%, and 8 rebounds per game.